Hey there, good morning everyone. Wednesday, the 7th of September 2022. This morning's devotional is a reading from Psalm chapter 25, verse 16, which reads, "Turn to me and be gracious to me, for I am lonely and afflicted." It is said, loneliness and the feeling of being unwanted is the most terrible poverty. We are all becoming lonelier by the day, and social scientists say that it may be as a result of our replacing our flesh and blood relationships with those virtual relationships of social media, replacing face-to-face relationships with Facebook friends or whatever, and interacting with people that we hardly know. Real human social interaction has declined. Ask the single parent who puts the children to bed and keeps the television on for company. Ask the businessman who is burned out and is fearful of letting his boss know that he needs help. Ask the teenage girl who is pregnant and is fearful of telling her parents. Ask the child who is bullied on the school playground for being different. Loneliness knows no boundaries, ages or cultures. It affects everyone, from the rich to the poor, from the celebrity to the student. And I can tell you that even ministry can be lonely at times. However, there are two things that you can be very sure of. God knows your anguish and your hurt, and He cares. He cares infinitely more deeply than you have any idea about. Do you remember the loneliness that Jesus faced as the disciples turned away and left Him one by one? Remember that anguish as He cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Do you recall the long hours before the ordeal on the cross of Calvary, when He struggled in prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane and wrestled with the anguish that was before Him? Elijah the prophet, as did many other prophets, were also lonely, but they had God to help them and to strengthen them. Do you remember how Jesus prayed? "If it be possible, may this cup be taken from me." Was He afraid of dying? Fearful of the nails that would have been driven through His hands and His feet? I don't think so. I think more He was asking that He not be separated from the presence of God the Father. In other words, He was praying that He might be spared the loneliness of separation from the Father's presence. My dear friends, Jesus is a specialist when it comes to loneliness, and that's the part and the reason why He's able to provide a remedy for our hurt, suffering, and loneliness. Because He suffered the pain of loneliness as He was separated from the Father, you need never be separated from His presence. He has promised to those who follow Him, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." You may be alone, but you need never, ever be lonely again. My dear friends, may the Lord be with you. May He bless you. May He cause His face to shine upon you. May He be with you in your loneliness as you seek His strength, that He would strengthen you and encourage you and bless you always. Goodbye.